Hey, my name is Sheika. My real name is Sheika. I'm known on the social media world, I guess you could say, as Sheika Scissorhands. Known for cutting, slaying, doing a little bit of everything when it comes to hair. I've actually been doing hair for over 35 years. My mom put the shears in my hand when I was 11 years old and told me make it do what it do. And I was so nervous, but I never looked back. I done messed up a couple of hairs between, 11 to, but I got it. And I've mastered my craft. So after the first time my mom put the shears in my hand and I used them, I actually did a neighbor up the street. I still do her hair. She's actually in her late 80s. I did her hair, and the look on her face, the way she looked like she just felt so good about herself. That right there fueled me. I knew that this was my calling. I was like, I don't know, like this is it. I knew that whatever I did in life was going to involve hair. I was made for it. Out of all the services that I render, I think my favorite would definitely be a haircut. Not just because they call me Sheika Scissorhands, but the sound of the shears to me, it's very therapeutic for me. It's also like, a lot of times when people go through, have you all noticed that people always cut their hair when they're ending a divorce, ending or whatever? Your hair holds a lot. So to be able to cut that hair off and just get rid of it and start over, that's the best feeling in the world. And I love being a part of people's journey of just new beginnings. I would say my biggest accomplishment as in doing hair, I guess that would be just being able to go from city to city and have a market wherever I go, having people waiting for me. Like sometimes I look at myself and be like, who, me? Or people comment on my posts and they're like, oh my God, I love your work, you're so, and I be thinking like, little old me? Sometimes it blows my mind where God has brought me from. I dreamed of days like this when I used to look at other stylists and I see all their posts got all those numbers running up and they 13,000 views and 100 million. I was like, wow, I just would love to, I wonder what that feel like. And now like, that's me. So it's just like an evolution. Like I'm here and I'm just trying to seize the moment. So some of my goals now that I have established myself as a name, as a brand, would be to put products out. I am interested in doing a line of products. I started a nonprofit which is called Adjusting Your Crown, and that's for children that are living in impoverished neighborhoods, that we will go into the schools and we really just teach them how to take care of their hair, teaching them basic hairstyles, how to put in a ponytail, how to do whatever, telling them the importance of grooming themselves and how that makes a difference. Because the main thing is just to build self-esteem and to make them conscious of a positive self-image and how that really could affect, that affects your daily life. And a lot of times with the bullying or whatever, and it's just, if they take 5 extra minutes to do one thing that we have taught them that could make their day, it's worth it. Also with Adjusting Your Crown, we also, an extension of that, we go into the jails and we teach the inmates, we give them cosmetology traits. So some of them may be already cosmetologists, but they've been in jail, so they may not have the up-to-date styles or techniques. We give them techniques that are, popping right now, so that when they come out, that they don't have to go back to a way of crime or a way of doing whatever. They will have a skill that they can really hone in on and that they can support themselves and they won't have to go back. Okay, so besides hair, most people know me as the hairstylist, but a lot of people follow me and they say, that's not realtor. I'm a realtor. I'm also, I would say, I don't like to say chef because I'm not a trained chef, but I cook and I get down in the kitchen. I can burn. My cooking name is, they call me the bougie chef. Cause I be a little bit bougie with it, you know what I'm saying? You're not getting no regular old chicken and meatballs and tater salad over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some little lamb chops. They may be stuffed. We're gonna give you some lobster bisque, So we're gonna take it up a notch, and that's how I cook. With the real estate, I'm definitely moving towards getting my broker's license. I definitely want to be a mogul. I don't want to just stop here. Every time I reach a new level, I'm looking to reach another level. I just want to be all that God has created me to be. Everything that's in me. I don't want to leave this earth with nothing in me. I don't want to get to the other side and, I always envisioned it that I get to the other side and God got a box. And he said, look at all the stuff that look at what you did. He showed me what I did on the screen. But he said, look at this box. And we opened it up and the box just got all this stuff that I never did, but he had put it in me. I don't want that. I want to get to heaven, I'm all poured out. Everything that was in me has came out and it's been fulfilled, and I can feel it. And that's what I'm striving to do every day. I want to be a mogul. I want to own so much. I want to leave so much wealth for my children's 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 children. I'm trying to build an empire. A lot of people came to know me by what happened to me, and I don't like to give light to it, but it definitely made me. I know that was one of the things the enemy thought was going to break me, and I did too, but it 100% made me. So when that happened, that kind of set me back, and I just said, I don't want to ever love nobody the way I love their man, because I wholeheartedly was invested into that marriage, and I would have left. So sometimes, I always say God got to do the big one to get you up out of it when it's not meant for you, and God didn't. That was a big one. So I don't really think, sometimes I look back at that, I used to think that was just the enemy. That was not the enemy. I believe that was God. It was not meant to be. That was one of the things that was my will, not God's will. And so when that happened, I just kind of chilled and said, I don't want to do this whole relationship thing. I'm just going to do me. So for the past 7 years, I've been kind of doing me. And I've been trying to heal. I went back to just trying to heal from trauma, from just everything I have been through, dealing with abandonment issues, rejection issues, neglect. So I just started healing from that stuff. I knew I was a 37-year-old woman at the time that I got divorced, but I had a 5-year-old little girl in me that needed to heal. And that 5-year-old little girl was just screaming and hollering. She was almost having a tantrum inside of me every day because she just wanted to heal so she could just catch up with me. I looked in the mirror the other day and I said, I finally caught up. My 5-year-old little girl has finally grown up. She's finally been able to mature because we've dealt with the issues. So where I'm at now, I'm definitely awaiting my husband. I'm ready for my boys. I'm ready for the person who God has for me that we're just gonna do this thing and we're gonna have an empire. I already have seen where God is trying to take me. I just need my little companion, my little ride, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm just open. My words of wisdom to any women who are entrepreneurs, just trying to boss up out here. Sometimes you may not even quite can call yourself an entrepreneur because you're self-employed, but you're barely making it. I've been there. I've been up, I've been down. But what I will say is keep going. I thought that my story of all that brokenness and all of those shattered pieces, I thought that was just like, I was just the only one. That's what you feel like when you're going through. Madam C.J. Walker, when you look at her story, she had trials that she had to overcome, and definitely, her husband cheating on her was one of her situations. But look at her at the end, her mansion is people still visit it in New York. I'm trying to have a Madam CJ type of story, but the modern version. I'm trying to take it to the next level. I don't even want to stop because Madam CJ died a millionaire. I'm trying to even go beyond that. I picture myself on the cover of Forbes. I've seen it. So I just want to keep going, and I just encourage you all. I don't care what it look like. Don't worry about what it look like because it's never going to look like what it is. Don't worry about what it look like. Just every day get up and do your best. And as long as you did your best, then you can't complain because you're further than you were the day before. So every day just keep going. And everything, I think spirituality has been a grounding point for me. That's where I found me. I used to look in the mirror and I saw this person, but I didn't know this person. So I guess it's just how when people looked at me, how they saw me, that's how I saw me. I didn't know her. I didn't know what she liked. I wasn't familiar with her. It's like she was a visitor. I really took time to really learn and try to really get a relationship with God for myself. Not based off of what nobody told me to do or what nobody said. Like, it was just me and God. It was times where I was by myself and I had no one. God stayed there with me, and I just got that relationship. And through my spirituality, that's what grounded me. And that's what brought me back. Like, through the addiction, through the divorce, through just everything. You know, even with the abandonment. My mom left me when I was a month old. She left me with 2 girls she met that day. And she never came back. She basically came back, left me on a Friday, came back on Monday. After their mom went and left a letter on the door saying, you gotta come get your child. My kids gotta go to school. She came there, and my godmother, who I call my godmother, she's deceased now, Rochelle, she said that when she turned to get me to go and pick me up, she heard God say, don't give her that baby. Just keep her. So all my life, I've kind of been trying to fight to see where my place is or where I belong. Because even in her family, she loved me like I was hers, but I really wasn't. So at any given time, when they were mad at me, they could use that against me. Well, you're not really hers anyway. So I always had this sense of needing to fit in, needing to belong. I'm an only child, so I didn't have siblings. So I've always kind of had a way that was unique from a lot of people. And I felt lost a lot of it. So I think now it's just coming into myself for who I really am. I could say I'm mad it took me this long, but I thank God it didn't take me longer. A lot of people die unfulfilled, not really knowing who they are. I'm so glad today that I can say I am uniquely and authentically being myself. I'm being who God created me to be. I'm flowing in my gifts and my talents. Everything that God has put in me is coming out. I hope that my work just give God the glory, because from everything I've told you so far, a lot of people wouldn't have made it this far. A lot of people would have been gave up, committed suicide, just anything. But I'm still here, and I'm still here to talk about it and to, you know, to help other people if I can. So, you can find me on Facebook at Sheika Good. That's my personal page. My business page on Facebook is Sheika Scissorhands. On Instagram, it's at Sheika Scissorhands and at The Bougie Chef for my cooking. And then you can find me on TikTok at Sheika Scissorhands on TikTok. So, hold up. And on YouTube, don't forget YouTube. Find me. Look, y'all, I'm shaking my little thing. Find me and subscribe to me on YouTube at Sheika Scissorhands. That's one word. Subscribe. It's free. It won't cost you a thing. I promise you it won't. If it do, I pay you back. Subscribe to me on YouTube. And there we go. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Hey, I'm there. So just how my clients end everything on a note. They're so happy. They're on a high. Hey, the scissor hands. And y'all know how it goes. What comes next? That's on period. Period.